I didn't become a successful investor by being smarter than everyone else. I became successful by being more disciplined, more patient, and more realistic about what I do and do not understand. Over the years, people have often asked me for complex formulas, secret indicators, or advanced strategies. But the truth is, investing has never been about complexity for me. It's about a small number of principles, followed consistently over a very long period of time. Let me walk you through the 5 rules that have guided my decisions for decades, not in theory, but in practice. Rule 1. Invest in what you understand. The first rule I follow is simple, but it's also the most frequently ignored. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. I call this staying within your circle of competence. That circle doesn't have to be large, but it must be clearly defined. Early in my career, I learned that ignorance combined with confidence is extremely dangerous in investing. When you invest in something you don't understand, you are no longer investing. You are speculating. In the late 1990s, during the dot-com bubble, nearly everyone around me was investing in technology stocks. Companies with no profits, no proven business models, and sometimes not even revenue were receiving massive valuations. People told me I was missing the opportunity of a lifetime. But when I looked at those companies, I couldn't reasonably estimate their future cash flows. I didn't understand how most of them would still be relevant 10 years later. So I did nothing. That decision felt uncomfortable at the time. Watching others get rich quickly is one of the hardest emotional tests an investor can face. Then the bubble burst. Trillions of dollars disappeared, and many lifelong savings were destroyed. By simply admitting what I didn't understand and refusing to pretend otherwise, I avoided catastrophic losses. You don't need to know everything. You only need to know something well. If you can explain how a business makes money, why customers choose it, and why competitors struggle to replace it, you're already ahead of most investors. Rule 2. Buy quality businesses at fair prices. For many years, I made a mistake that a lot of beginners make. I focused too much on price and not enough on quality. Eventually, I learned this lesson. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. A truly great business can overcome many mistakes. A mediocre business rarely forgives even a small one. What quality really means? When I evaluate a business, I look for durability. Does it have a competitive advantage that will still exist in 10 or 20 years? Can it raise prices without losing customers? Does it generate consistent cash flows without requiring constant reinvention? These qualities form what I call a moat. Coca-Cola is a perfect illustration. When I invested heavily in Coca-Cola in 1988, it wasn't because the stock looked cheap by traditional metrics. It was because the business itself was extraordinary. People around the world recognized the brand instantly. The distribution network was unmatched, and customer loyalty was deeply ingrained. Decades later, those advantages still exist. I didn't need Coca-Cola to grow rapidly. I only needed it to remain relevant and profitable, which it has. Paying a fair price for excellence allows time and compounding to work in your favor. Paying a cheap price for weakness usually leads to disappointment. Rule 3. Think like an owner, not a trader. One of the biggest mistakes investors make is treating stocks like pieces of paper instead of pieces of businesses. That's why I say, if you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. When you buy shares, you become a partial owner. That mindset changes everything. During market downturns, I've watched high-quality companies lose 30%, 40%, even 50% of their market value in short periods. But their factories didn't disappear. Their customers didn't vanish. Their brands didn't weaken overnight. Only the price changed. When I owned American Express during a major crisis in the 1960s, the stock collapsed amid fear and uncertainty, but the underlying business remained strong. By focusing on the business rather than the stock price, I held on and was rewarded many times over. Short-term volatility is the price you pay for long-term returns. If price fluctuations scare you, ownership may not be your mindset yet. But without thinking like an owner, true compounding is impossible. Rule 4. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Markets are driven as much by emotion as by logic. Greed pushes prices above reality. Fear pushes them far below it. Learning to recognize these emotional extremes is one of the most valuable skills an investor can develop. In 2008, during the global financial crisis, fear dominated everything. Banks were collapsing. Headlines predicted economic ruin. Many investors were desperate to sell at any price. That was when I invested billions of dollars into strong companies that were temporarily distressed. I wasn't confident because I knew the future. I was confident because prices had disconnected from long-term business value. Those investments eventually produced enormous returns. Opportunity often looks like risk at the moment you must act. If you wait until fear disappears, the opportunity is usually gone. Rule 5. Focus on the long term. Time is the most powerful force in investing. Yet most people fight against it. They check prices daily, worry about quarterly results, and react to headlines designed to provoke emotion. I've always believed that wealth is built slowly, and then suddenly. Many of my best investments didn't look impressive in the first few years. Some barely moved at all. But held over decades, they transformed modest capital into extraordinary wealth. Compounding doesn't announce itself loudly. It works quietly, steadily, and relentlessly, but only if you let it. The stock market transfers wealth from the impatient to the patient. If you can remain calm, consistent, and long-term focused, time will do the heavy lifting for you. These 5 rules are not clever. They won't impress people at dinner parties. But they have worked for me for more than 60 years. You don't need to be brilliant to invest successfully. You need to be disciplined, patient, and honest with yourself. Do that, and let time take care of the rest.